Hi, everybody. Good morning. My name is Lisa Dublin, and this morning we're going to have a masterclass in encouragement, a masterclass in where your focus goes, your energy flows. So, I would like to know, how are you feeling this morning, really? Are you up and about? Are you feeling on top of the world? Or are you somewhere on the other side? As in, you know what? Everything's all right, this is not happening anymore. Okay, I've got my mic right and it's staying right there. Okay, if you are that person this morning who's thinking, you know what, life is really not going well, I don't have any I feel as if the world is against me. I'm waking up this morning, I have no money, I don't know what to do, I'm not sure what the future is going to hold. If you woke up this morning and a situation that's going on in your life is looking insurmountable, you are in the right place, because I'm going to prove to you that by the end of the session, because we are going to put our thoughts in a different place, a different way, we're going to think that you're going to feel differently. And by the end of this session, you are going to act differently. So let me just set up a scenario. So this is day 28. I've got 2 more days to go. And believe you me, like I haven't even really advertised it, because sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm just too much, just going out there telling people what I'm doing. I feel that sense of, okay. But here's the thing, tomorrow and the day after, I am going to go out and advertise and say to people, I'm going to be here at 6 o'clock in the morning, and let's see what happens. Because it is so true that where your focus goes, your energy flows. And if I thought that what I was doing was valuable and it could help at least one person, I would go and fling this out there in all my WhatsApp groups. I would say to them, hey, come on in, because what I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to show you, a way for you to just feel better about yourself. Come on into basically come on in to Basement Chronicles on a morning. That's what I would do. But of course, just because I'm in my head about it, then I don't even advertise and say, "Hey, I'm here." You can't afford to do that. If you know you have something good, you have to share it with the world, because it might not be for everybody, but it sure is for you. So, what do you do when you want to encourage yourself? Like, what do you do? Let me just put this, actually. I'm now going to tell people and do what I'm supposed to do. I'm now going to do it, right? I'm now going to get the link and I'm going to post it in my group and say, come on in. And then let's see if that can happen. Okay. Where the focus goes, the energy flows. Okay. So there it is. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Is this going on now? Oh, wow. Okay. So actually, a student of mine is actually on a panel right now. Let me see now. Okay, if it is, I will tune in. Oh wow, that's great. That's awesome. Anywho, I'll go watch it after. But I hope you can see me. So there are some days that I wake up and honestly, I feel like running right back to bed. I don't feel the best. I feel like, oh my gosh, what is the purpose of doing all of this? Like, I feel sometimes I'm the only one pushing. I feel like I'm doing all of this. Like, what is the purpose? What's the use? And in times like this, I want to tell you what I do. I do a couple things. Sometimes I just literally just dive right back into bed because it's just too much, right? Other times, I decide to fight, and fighting entails me just letting God do what He has to do in my life, like not me doing this right now. Okay, so for example, I will say stuff like, so if I'm facing a big obstacle and there's a part of me that feels like it's impossible for me to overcome, then I will go to the scriptures, and that's when I get some sustenance. I'll say stuff like Mark 11:23-25. For assuredly I say to you, whosoever says to this mountain, be removed and be cast into the sea, and does not doubt in her heart, but believes that the things that she says shall come to pass, she shall have whatsoever she says. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever you ask When you pray, believe that you receive them and you will have them. How encouraging is that? Can you just say, already? Just saying it, my heart is already gladdened. Here's another one. The Lord will command the blessing on you in your barns and in all that you undertake, and He will bless you in the land that the Lord your God is giving you. Another one that says, I'm just looking at, and blessed is she who believed. This is Luke chapter 1, verse 45, one of my mother's favorite verses, actually. And it says, and blessed is she who believed that there would be a fulfillment of what was spoken to her from the Lord. When you say, for me, my baseline and my go to is not just the platitudes of the world, it is going to what God says about a situation. That usually gets me going. When I read that God says, ask and I will receive, seek and I will find, knock and the door will be opened unto me, then I can get up again. Then another thing, that another verse in scripture, when I feel burdened and how I get myself out of the funk, when God says, cast your burden upon me because I care for you. Another one that says, draw near to me and I will draw near to you. Sometimes when we need to encourage ourselves, we need to find the go to things that work for us to get us out. I figured God made the world, and if He made the world, He knows how to run it. He made me. He knows me better than I know myself. So if I put myself in His hands, I have a better chance of of coming out on top. That's how I see it. Because obviously, if I have a BMW, I'm not going to the Hyundai or the Toyota dealership. I'm going right to the dealership I'm going to the BMW outlet or store or outlet, whatever. That's where I'm going to. So because they know the machine that I drive, they are better able to fix it, to tell me what's wrong, to tell me what to do, to make it run the way that it's supposed to. So I want to encourage you this morning. One of the ways that this works, the reason I brought up the scriptures is to prove the point of where your focus goes, your energy flows. So if you are waking up and you're feeling so disappointed, despondent, you feel hopeless, you feel desperate, you feel as if you have no options, that life has forgotten you and people are against you, if you have any sense of spirituality or you are so inclined, I would like to say to you, just Google very quickly, what does the word of God say about, what does God think about this? Whatever your problem is, find those scriptures and say them over and over again. This works not just for depression and, feeling despondent. Another place that in the past I have exercised the word of God and used that. I always bring this monitor so close. I'm not even sure why I do that, you guys. Maybe it's because I feel so earnest about what I'm doing. I don't even know, but I sometimes I bring this monitor so close. It's like, what am I even doing? So my apologies for being all up in your personal space. Okay. Sorry for that, right? So let me just make sure. Okay, still going good with the mic. Another place that I pointed to, like, the mental state. But for me, just thinking good thoughts, even in business, let's go there for a while. As an entrepreneur, there are definitely highs and lows. I'm a small business. And yes, praise the Lord, God does provide, and things are going relatively well. But there are months that are better than others. What do I do in these months? I have certain choices, right? Let me just, before my little espresso gets cold, let me take a sip, right? Let me just mm, yes. I'm doing my espresso again. Okay, y'all. Like, this is me. I'll figure it out. I'm here. Take it or leave it. But here's the thing. And I learned this from my master coach. When you don't think that people are listening, people want to buy from you, you don't show up. Okay. And I've experienced that in going out and telling people about my products, my services, speak with confidence. When I look back at how I've sold the program, and it always depends on my mindset. And I want to tell you that today, if you have a business or if you have something that you offer people or anything of this sort, and stay with me because the next topic we're going to look at is relationships, especially romantic relationships, and the kind of mindset that makes you a magnet, makes people, the opposite sex, because I'm heterosexual, makes you attractive to people. So we're going to go there. So stay with me. Let's talk about entrepreneurship and business. If you are this person who is talking about, if you are this person who's thinking about business, or you have a business and the month is not going as planned, I would like you to check your thoughts. So the month, or let's talk about the My Speak with Confidence program. There have been times when I'm, in the process of launching that cohort, because now I do one cohort a year instead of two, right? So I'm thinking of actually still continuing to do the two and doing one in person right here in Edmonton. But let's see how that works. But if you believe that there is a line of people waiting outside your business to buy from you, you are going to get to work. You will show up, you'll send the emails, you'll write the post because you know you have to reach them. You understand that the way to signal that your door is open is literally for you to contact them, send the emails, tell them what you're doing. That is the equivalent of the door opening on those people who are lined up, snaked around the corner, waiting to come into your storefront. If you believe there's scarcity, no one wants to buy from me. Okay, think about it. You go to your store and you believe no one wants what I have to offer. There's no one out there who likes my products and services. Look, there's proof right now because no one is buying. I'm sending emails and no one is biting. No one is responding. They're not even opening my emails. I put out my post. I don't even get a like on the post. So no one wants what I have to offer. If you continue along that thinking, what's going to happen is you're going to get more of the same. This is how life works. You think it first and then it happens. You don't formulate your thoughts from the proof that you think you have. You create the proof by the thoughts that you think. And it is the hardest thing I know because sometimes it's like, oh my goodness, it's in overflow. And other times it's like, oh my goodness, what is happening? But what is happening is that you stop thinking the thoughts that would bring you abundance. You've got to stay in that frequency of abundance every single day, whether you see the proof or not, because you understand it is those thoughts that will pave the way and create the building blocks and the foundation to catch the overflow. It doesn't work the other way around, unfortunately, that you've got to see the proof first. And then you think, okay, I'm in business. People want what I have to offer. I always go back to the first time I sold Speak with Confidence. I was in high belief. I still am. Speak with Confidence. Now I have proof. Now I have cohorts. Now I have receipts. I have people who've passed through the program successfully. They are still doing their thing. In fact, right now, even as I speak, someone from the last cohort is now on another program, expanding her borders and speaking on a platform that she had not spoke on before because she passed through Speak with Confidence and she realized and learned that she has something that the world needs to hear. So I've got proof and receipts. But the first time that I sold Speak with Confidence, I went on the belief that I had something to offer the world. I had done it before in some iteration. I just went out and I spoke about it. Now, when I look back, there was still belief. There was more belief in myself than in there was more belief in myself. There was more excitement about what I intended to do and what I knew I could do because I myself was a product of speaking with confidence. So, what am I saying? Also, here's the thing. Because it was my first program, it was cheaper. I started on a lower tier. I had my framework. I went through the course that taught me how to put Speak with Confidence together, and I still use that framework because it works so well. It's so foundational to speaking with confidence. It includes art and science of speaking. But I sold that program on the belief in myself. that I could do something for these people, that, I could make a difference. I had a framework that I had developed, spent time with, that I knew for sure they would want. I was following instructions, basically. So sometimes there are different ways to drum up confidence and to drum up support for yourself within yourself. One of these ways is to follow the instructions given you on how to do something. Now I don't need to go back to the modules that I had first accessed in that program for me to learn how to sell speak with confidence, because now I am accessing a different kind of confidence. I'm accessing the confidence of having receipts and proof of having done this before. When I first began, there was still confidence, but there was confidence in myself as a speaker. Confidence in the fact that I could speak confidently, and I could definitely train people to do it. I had not done it in that course, but before, when I had my business back in the Caribbean, I had been the person going around doing a course called The Ultimate Speaker. And it didn't have the framework and whatever, but I was already teaching students and professionals how to speak with confidence. So I had some proof from before then. So you have to access different parts of you at different times of your life. But by all means, you have to believe that there's a line of people waiting outside for you. Send that email today. Send it with energy. Send it believing that even though 100 people don't open the email, one person will. And that person is going to reach out and say, hey, I saw that email. Or here's what usually happens. They say that it takes at least 17 times for somebody to see something and for them to buy from you. So take heart. The average post on LinkedIn gets 3 to 5 likes. If you get 10, you are above average. The average post takes, you have to say something 17 times, 17 touches on the public audience for people to actually take you seriously. So what that means is, it says to you, dig deep. The line is getting longer. They're coming closer to the beginning to the entrance of your store. So keep on staying open by sending the emails, by every single day putting something out to say, I have something great that is going to help you. Here it is. I'm offering it to you. This is what it costs. I'd like you to come sign up for it because it's going to help you. I know it can, because it has helped me or it has helped somebody else. But you have to see it. When you have that urgency in your spirit, there's a line of people waiting for me. There's a line of people outside my door waiting for me to open. When you see you have that sense of, I can do it. I have to cater to my audience, to my clients. Some of them, they don't even know they are clients as yet, but that is because they do not see the open sign. The open sign, honestly, what is it? The open sign is you telling the world what you offer and how great it will be for them. You have to look at selling as serving and serving as selling. That's it. That's it. You have to look at selling as serving, because I'm serving you by telling you I'm a coach. If you are stuck in any area of your life, and literally this one is quite true, this is not just an example. Let me show you what I mean. No, I'm a coach. So if you are stuck in any area of your life, you just simply need to scan this code and set up a consultation with me, and I'm going to help you. I've helped dozens of people before. I've coached many like high profile people, as well as just the ordinary woman in particular who wants to get her life in order. And both of these people get results. They absolutely do. Hey, hi Violet, how are you? Violet, is Angie's thing going on now? I think I misread the time. I think that's what happened. I'm going to jump on afterwards, but yeah. So that's it. So if that's what you want to do, by all means do it. But that belief is going to make you act a different way. And every time I get into a funk about business, I come back to this thought that jolts me into action. There's a line of people outside my door waiting just to hear from me. And all I have to do to open that door to business is to simply reach them Send the emails, look at them as valuable, as needing what I have to offer. Go out there and make the pitch, make the offer, open that door so people can come into the business and continue what it is. Oh, it just ended. Oh my goodness, I guess there's going to be a replay because I did register. I'm sure she was like, yeah, that's just what it was. Okay, awesome. So I have a very tangible example of that, right? I have a very tangible example. One time I was coaching a client who has a business, who has go, I touched it again. Okay. And I had this client who had a business. I was helping her to set it up. It was part of what, our contract. And like I noticed everything that we did, there was always a hesitation. Like she was doing all the things around the business instead of the business of business itself. You are in business to make money. If you are running a not-for-profit or charity, that is different. And even a charity needs a model to make money because a charity cannot run on charity. You just can't. Anywho, I noticed that there was always a hesitation to go out and implement the things that we discussed in the coaching session. So obviously, when you leave a coaching session, usually your coach is going to give you things to apply, to make the coaching stick. Anywho, then I letting her talk and you know letting her process, and I'm bearing witness as she does that. I realized this business was not open for business. That her in her head, she was not open for business. And so I told her what I was noticing as her coach, and she admitted that she did not feel as confident in that role, in what she wanted to offer the public. She didn't feel as if she was qualified enough or that she had enough experience for her to say to the public, come and see and taste and patronize and buy from me. When we switched the coaching from applying that open door concept to actually looking at in her head, what would it take for you to open for business? The conversation changed. The conversation became more about, okay, who can you offer these services? Where do you have proof that what you offer is effective and can get answers for people? And she had proof. She did. But sometimes if we stay and we wallow in the low self-confidence, in the imposter syndrome, what shows up is a feeling of inadequacy. When you feel inadequate, then what actions are you going to take? You're not going to open for business, because who's going to come and buy from an imposter? If you don't believe in your ability to help me, you think I'm going to believe in you? No. You have to first believe in yourself. And we spend so much time looking at this imposter syndrome and why her life did not bear witness to it. The other thing, on that note, I want to say about imposter syndrome, I believe imposter syndrome sometimes is us misdiagnosing the learning curve. I've heard a TED talk about that people are asking the question, is it really imposter syndrome, or is it that you are that level or that curve, that part of the learning curve, and it's giving you jitters? I don't know everything about public speaking. But after 20 years in the field and having done the theory, the certifications, and gotten answers for people, I know enough to be able to change somebody's life. And I will speak from that absolute certainty that if you come in to speak with confidence and you come in unable to be confident about a speaker, you would have moved a rung at least 2 or 3 notches by the time the 6 weeks are over. And if you stay in the speaking school for the year after that, you will have improved by at least 50% as a confident and authentic speaker. I'm positive about it. I've got proof of it. I've got a framework that works, right? I feel it in my bones. It's the same way with me now teaching people how to speak and to get paid. to make your first 2K as a speaker. I have a simple, powerful framework. Like, I've just done consultations with people, right? I like it. Now I have to refigure what exactly I'm doing. I just did the consultation with people. And like I saw my master coach did, she gave away her framework for free. And I still signed up for her program. So I figured, okay, I'm going to give away my framework when I do the webinars and the master classes and people come into consultation. What has happened is people take the framework because I give it to, I say, hey, go start. These are the 5 steps to become a speaker, a paid speaker. 5 simple steps, powerful steps. And if you do them, you are going to become a paid speaker in 6 months to a year. I say that to them, they take it and they run with it. They begin to implement from day one. I'm waiting for them to come back and sign up. Our first cohort begins the 5th of August, and I'm certain those people in that program, they're going to move from wherever they are to at least make their first 2K by the time they're done with me in that coaching container. But if you know, so when we looked at her proof, we realized she had something to say. You have something to say. You have something to offer. You did this and you did that. Okay, did you lie? Did you go to Chat GPT to get these answers for the people? No, you didn't. Did you get paid for it? Because the other part of proof is the minute you get paid for a service that you offer, it switches something in your head. At least one person paid you. I don't care if it were your sister, if it were your cousin or your childhood friend. Somebody paid you for your services. That means it has some value. You have to be open for business. So let me talk about the last one very quickly. Time has really run with us. Here's the next one, where relationships are concerned. Do you believe that you are relationship material or not? That has nothing to do with who is knocking on your door right now. It is a feeling, it is an attraction, a feeling of attractiveness that you generate from within you that becomes the magnet that brings people knocking on your door, if you're single or not. And like, it doesn't even matter if you're single, because like whether you're married or in a committed relationship, that feeling of I'm attractive, I'm desirable, oh, that brings people out of the woodwork all the time. I think that that is where, and and I speak as a Christian and a married woman who, fully committed first to God and then to my husband. And I think that is where, even though I have that mindset, no, I'm attractive, no, I'm desirable. However, it's not something I wear on my sleeve right now because, like, why? I'm married. I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not looking for anybody, but it doesn't mean because I'm not looking, I walk feeling like, I don't need to look attractive or feel attractive. No, I am fully 100% feel that I'm attractive. Right? I feel it. And I've got into trouble for saying this before. But the thing with those kinds of people is that it's just a feeling. You just know, you look at yourself, you like what you see. It doesn't even matter if other people don't like it, but you understand that this feeling of being attractive, it comes from within. When you spread that out and that's what you think, that's what comes back to you. If you walk around feeling like, oh, I'm just good for sex. Some people just walk around feeling like nobody wants me. I'm just good in bed. That's exactly what you're going to come with. That's exactly what's going to come your way. The users, the abusers, those people who just want you for your prowess. No, you have to see yourself as wholly and wholesomely attractive. As I'm somebody's cup of tea. Somebody will be so honored to be with me. Look at me. And you have to I don't even know how to explain it, except again, where your focus goes, your energy flows. So if you're walking around feeling like, oh, I've failed at marriage, I've failed at relationships, nobody wants me, I'm not attractive anymore, look at how much weight I put on, I'm no longer that kind of person, maybe even somebody who's had a mastectomy, and you can still feel, you could be like, you have two choices. You can be like, oh, nobody will want me, I only have one breast, if that's your reality. Or you could be, you know what, there is somebody for whom this will not matter. My what's on my chest literally is not going to matter. They're going to want me for all of me. They're going to love me with my faults. That's a thought that you can think. And when you think that thought, it becomes a feeling of desirability and being attractive. And you walk through the world like that. And you know what happens? When you feel attractive, please let me know if I'm lying or not. When you feel desirable and attractive, don't you go out to keep that feeling up and to make it a reality? To do your face up, to get your hair groomed, do your nails, put on nice clothes, smile at the world. Because I'm attractive, not because I'm trying to attract you. Do you see the difference? The word for that is immanence. IMMANENCE. It means coming from within. I'm not smiling at you and putting things on to look good because I want to attract you. No, it's because I am that thing. I am confident, so I dress confidently. I am attractive and desirable, so that's exactly what I put out in the world. You guys, if you are that person today, I'm not going to be very long. This is for somebody who began the stream this morning wanting to encourage herself. That's how I came here this morning. I'm sticking with it. I'm getting to day 30. All right. But I never said that it was easy. But I'm doing the tenacious thing. I'm just going to stick with it. I'm going to show up anyway, however I feel. So this morning was all about me encouraging myself. So believe you me, after this talk, I am ready to go. Right. So I was saying, if you are that person this morning and there are no options where relationships are concerned, begin to feel the attractiveness of yourself. This has nothing to do with the opposite sex or with the partner or attracting the person. When people get, and I've seen it happen again and again, male and female, when you see you are just attractive, you attract everybody. You think it's just the opposite sex, and I'm not even talking about always a romantic way. When you feel attractive, you attract people, all sorts of people, unfortunately. Here's another thought. Let me tell you one thought that I've said in my business. I don't know why, but it was part of me raising my self-esteem and seeing myself as far as I'm concerned, one of the heavyweights that I want to coach, I want to be associated with. And I kept on saying to myself, you know what? I'm always going to attract the most beautiful clients. I'm going to attract beautiful people. I will always attract beautiful clients. When you look at the kinds of people who come into my program, the Speak with Confidence people, the all the world's a stage people, the Find Your Fire people. When I look at the people around me, I'm like, okay, where your focus goes, your energy flows. That this law of attraction works. They're nice people. They're good looking people physically and also in person. That's who I attract because that's what I put out there in the world. The Teflon ones don't stay. Nope. Nope. That's ugly. We don't do ugly here. We do beautiful. Whatsoever things are good, whatsoever things are beautiful, whatsoever things are wholesome and so on. Think on those things, and that's what you're gonna get back. Anyway, you guys, it is 3 minutes past, and I think I started at like 3 minutes past or something like that. So we're right on time. Join me again. Help me close out this thing nicely. Share it in your WhatsApp group and let people go and watch the replay. And don't forget, I'm having a seminar, a free webinar. If you've heard me speak about those 5 powerful steps and you want to know what they are, I will be teaching them in the webinar on Sunday. Even if you're not ready, yeah, Teflon. Like, we don't do Teflon, Violet. Like, no, we don't. Teflon people don't stay around us. Nope, nope, not at all. There's another beautiful one right there. You should see her face. You should see how beautiful she is. You should see that face. You should just see that smile on camera. I'm telling you, every time I look at my people, I'm like, okay, it's really working. I know I attract the most beautiful people and I maintain that, and that's exactly what happens. People you want to look at and be like, oh my gosh, where are these people? This is one of them right here. Her name is Violet. Anyway, you guys, see you tomorrow. Please share this live. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Basement Chronicles. And don't forget that where your focus goes, your energy flows. So let it flow. Let your focus go in a positive direction. Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.